In fact, I think one of the bigger questions we need to ask is, now Russia has invaded Ukraine. What if North Korea invades South Korea? What if China invades Taiwan? What if Iran invades other countries? What if all these countries at the same time, they go berserk? Then what do you do? Have you asked yourself that question? Now this is something to think about. Okay, in this video I'll give you my thoughts about, one is about Putin and another one is about Expo 2020. Okay, and then if I do get other thoughts, I'll put it in between. See, first one is about Putin. Now the entire world hates him. You know, they're drawing images of him with the Hitler mustache, and they're calling him a madman, a tyrant. The entire EU hates him. The UN is against Russia. They're trying to put sanctions. There is talk about getting Russia off the Security Council. SWIFT is now, no longer applicable in Russia. Banks will have a problem. Football, they are imposing sanctions on Russia. Plays, Broadways, companies that shelf Russian products, they are either removing them or, in fact, one of the stupid ones was people who already purchased the product, they were taking their vodkas and all that and throwing it. I mean, how stupid can you get? You already paid for it, and why are you throwing it out? Idiots, yeah. And then there is talk of, okay, they are going to start interacting via crypto. Okay, all this is going on. But see, here are the questions you need to ask, which nobody is asking. Number one is, why would Putin do this, man? See, forget all the YouTube, clips and documentaries and, oh, he's invading Ukraine because of the history. Yeah, you can dig up all the reasons. But my question is, why now? When Putin is nearly in his, going to be 70s? All this time, all these years, he maintained peace. He was part of the NATO. He took on a leadership role of ensuring there was no war, and even if there was, it was in a very quiet way. They would have their proxy wars. They did not. He did not do anything explicitly that would jeopardize his legacy or leadership. Now, all of a sudden, why? Does it even make sense? It's like, just imagine you're married to someone for 20, 30 years, everything is nice. All of a sudden, the person says, the person starts becoming irritating or abusive or violent, or something has to happen, right? See, I spoke to a couple of people. They're saying one is maybe he has some, mental issues. And this is not as a joke. Sometimes even if you have a tumor in the brain, it affects your behavior. There was this example I read in this book. I can't recollect which book. This girl who was, it's one of the bestsellers, man. This girl who was a student of Harvard Business School. She was a topper, rank holder. She was great in sports. She was number one. Everything was great about her. Then all of a sudden she started missing classes. All of a sudden she started sleeping around with other guys. All of a sudden she was taking alcohol, drugs, and she started flunking all her classes, and she started behaving erratically, and it was only when she got sick that they found out she has AIDS. And then she broke down and she was crying, and when they did a complete checkup, because she had AIDS, they found out that she has a tumor growth in her head which is affecting her behavior. I think eventually she died, but you see how it affected the behavior. So this can be one, either he has Parkinson's disease, that's what some people are saying, or he has some health issues. That can be one. The second is, Putin, is it like a chess game? Like, sometimes they have, US, and we remember that video that Obama talking to Putin after the meeting was over. The mic was on, hot mic, and he leaned over to Putin and said, listen, just, don't forget the elections are due, and just make sure that we get this deal sorted out, and, So, could it be that? Could it be because they wanted to get out of COVID? They said, Russia, can you do this? We'll give you billions of dollars. We'll protect you. You just take the role of a bad guy. Or could it be he got paid some amount of money? I'm just giving you my thoughts. Or could it be it's not him? Somebody else has put his life in danger, or sometimes there are higher powers that keep you as a puppet. Could they be like put his life, his wife, his children in danger and said, just play the role, do what we say, or they can be in danger. What is it? Because this doesn't sound normal, man. This is not all these years you have one particular behavior pattern. All of a sudden you have something else. That makes sense, right? So my main point that I want to share with you is I think we need to use a little bit of our brains and evaluate why. Like, for example, when 9/11 took place, okay, Afghani guy, a Saudi, this thing, was staying in Afghanistan where there's no internet and you can't talk, and he beat the technology, he beat the brains of the most advanced nation in the world. It's like me telling you, okay, you cheat the system, entire system of USA, entire military of USA, entire intelligence, entire software, all the PhDs, all the advancement. You plan it out, but there's no internet, there is no resources, nothing. You sit in a mountain with a rifle. Doesn't make sense. And the towers falling down. Where have you seen, tell me, where have you seen towers falling down? Like, such a huge, massive, mammoth tower, man. Come on. Or like, JFK getting killed. The problem is, at the highest levels, things take place, and when it's a mystery, there's something to it. Like, even until now, they're not revealing or releasing the truth about John F. Kennedy. They're not releasing that. They're not revealing. They destroyed all the evidence of 9/11, all the evidence. You only have papers. What is the use? So you expect me to believe Putin, all of a sudden, a guy who, was looked upon as a powerful leader, good books with everyone, part of NATO? Or could it be that maybe they found out something? They found out that Ukraine was doing something, or maybe USA was doing something, or maybe they had a secret plan. This, him talking, oh, we will use nuclear weapons. This is not him talking, man. This is not him. This is. It doesn't make sense. Look, if he had done it, just use your common sense and ask yourself, for 70 years of your life, 70 years of your life, you do one thing, and now all of a sudden, at the 70th year, you start doing totally something else, absolutely opposite of what you have been doing all these years. Makes sense? This is nonsense here. Something is really off. So let me, we can only have conspiracy theories. Okay, is it the Great Reset? Does he want to, is it because of COVID? Is it because they were smuggling billions of dollars or gold? Or because see, ask yourself one last question. Why is the internet still on in Ukraine? Why can't they destroy all the internet capabilities? That's a very powerful way of attacking place, right? Destroy the internet. Elon Musk has sent this thing in space. Shoot it down. Why they're not doing that? There's something, right? See, always try to use a little bit of common sense and think. And then you'll obviously have more questions than answers. And yeah, one more thing. See, one last thing before I forget. All of you, there have been people who have been posting and saying that, yeah, I know you admire Putin. I know you always liked him. Yes, it's true. I don't need to hide and say, no, I don't admire him. Of course, I do admire him for his leadership prowess. Admire him for his ability to carry a nation forward. Everything he has done is not bad. Yes, now the actions he's taking is questionable. It's really bad. This war and all that. But that does not mean everything else, what he did all those years, is also gunk. No. You have to take things into perspective. 70 years of his life. He did everything right. He did everything good. Now he is not doing things right. So this part of his life, this phase, is bad. Like I even told you, see, Hitler. Many people, oh, Hitler is evil. Yes, he was evil. Yes, he was a murderer. But don't discount his leadership ability of uniting an entire nation for a common cause. That takes communication skills, leadership skills. Yes, he has used it in an evil way. I don't deny that. He has killed innocent men, women and children. Absolutely. You could say, yes, he's the most evil person ever. But look at what he managed to do, no, to achieve his goal. Tell me, can a layperson like you and me do that? Unite an entire nation of people to do the most horrific crime. I mean, he was like a cult religious leader, man. So, with regards to Putin, the truth is, yes, I do admire him. It doesn't change anything. I've admired him for his leadership skills, communication skills, for all the things that he has achieved all these years. That doesn't make him, just because of one act that he has done, doesn't discount everything else. Let's focus, let's keep things into perspective. This, what he has done is wrong. 100% agreed. Okay? This war and all that. But then again, it just doesn't make sense. But at the same time, that does not mean everything what he did over the 70 years is all rubbish. His sporting discipline, his leadership, his politics, his strategy, his economics. I mean, he has been in power for all these years, right? In fact, I think one of the bigger questions we need to ask is, now Russia has invaded Ukraine. What if North Korea invades South Korea? What if China invades Taiwan? What if Iran invades other countries? What if all these countries at the same time, they go berserk? Then what do you do? Have you asked yourself that question? Now this is something to think about. If all of them at the same time, they go berserk, can US stop all of them? I genuinely don't wish for this to happen. But this is a scary thought. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This is me signing off. You guys take care.